Hey, you!
Who? Me?
Yeah, you! Do you ever get bored of the same old dull, silent graveyard?
I guess.
Do you sometimes wish that your graveyard had a bit more animation and life, like the cool goth graveyards from Instagram?
Sometimes.
Well, now you can! With this generic barbecue spit motor!
Radical.
With this generic barbecue spit motor, and 30 other moving parts we don't sell, you can bring your cemetery to life.
Tubular.
Just follow 300 easy steps, and with the patience of a saint and just a wisp of imagination, you can make this.
Wicked.
Now your cemetery will be the toast of the goth scene and the coolest graveyard in town.
It's like the dead are really rising from the grave.
That's right. All thanks to generic barbecue spit motor. Cannot promise same results. 30 other moving parts not included. Imagination required.
Hey guys, sorry about that. This is my sense of humour all over. Sorry it's a bit weird. I just thought I'd update you on where I'm up to with some of my craftier things, my homemade props. And yeah, let's just talk about this. So many of you know that I like to make my own tombstones. I've made a few now. I made 2 back in 2021. This guy was from last year, buried alive, and then this year I made an obelisk. Now, sorry for the patchy paintwork. They've all had a bit of a reskin of some monster mud here and there, and I need to add the sort of weathering effects that I usually do on all my tombstones. But what I really wanted to talk about today was this guy, who's very slowly popping out from behind this tombstone, because I finally gotten a prop, the most simplistic prop in the world, to work after trying for a year to get this to work. And also, good news, at least for now anyway, my old battery drill is holding up, and I've managed to get buried alive working as well. Needs a bit of tweaking here and there, could do with a repaint here and there too, but I have got it working. So let's talk about this properly. Last year, some of you may remember, I managed to get my hands on a little barbecue spit motor, which was, it's a Napoleon. It's actually about £80 it retails for, but I managed to get this for free because nobody wanted it. I got this little motor, and I knew that although it's very, very slow, its drive is incredibly slow, I knew I wanted to use it in some kind of a way. Originally, my original idea was to use it as some sort of a pop-up prop, possibly in my pirate area of my want, possibly like a skeleton or something popping up out of a barrel. But I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get the right kind of bolt to actually fit into the drive, because the drive there is actually a square drive. So I didn't know how to do it. So last year I kind of gave up on it. I had other things to worry about. This year I thought I've got to try and get this working somehow, but I can't be bothered going out and buying a barrel and stuff. So instead I'm going to utilize my already built tombstones, 2 of which didn't do anything. So I thought, let's give them a little bit of action and let's create a pop-up that's behind the tombstone. Now, although it's taken me over a year to do this, it really, really is the most simplistic setup in the world. Literally, so this is a little motor. It's IP64 rated, so it's actually relatively weatherproof. Not waterproof, but weatherproof. I think I am still going to cover it, and I've also got to nail this down. But basically, all I did was get 2 pieces of plyboard. I mounted them together, screwed them together, held them together with glue and with some screws, and then I attached, really poorly, a piece of 2B1 pine to the back of here, drilled a hole really badly through the plyboard so that the bolt can go all the way through from the motor, and the ply basically just gives the motor something to sit on and attach to. Then the workings of it is the most simple thing ever. It's a piece of metal bar with screw holes already in it. I did have to drill a bigger hole through this piece here for the larger bolt that goes to the motor. It's then held on with nuts, tightened up so that they don't come undone. I did the same thing down here, but what I've done here is, and it really just misses the floor, is a smaller bolt with smaller nuts, all holding everything tight on. Not too tight here though, because this actually does still need to be able to move. And then I've drilled a hole through a cane. The cane is approximately 2 foot long. It then goes through an eyelet, which is here at the top of the piece of wood. And all it does is, as it drives around, the eyelet keeps the cane from falling over. And it just creates this really simple moving motion of the skull. It's really, really slow. And if you're stood at the right angle, don't worry, I won't allow this to be seen. I'll cover it somehow. But it's the slowest action ever, because obviously it's a barbecue spit. So it's designed to go really, really slow. But it's really effective. What I like about this is that 1 minute you might be here coming to look at the horn, looking at all the other things, your attention's drawn by other things, and you just think, oh look, a tombstone. Oh, no escape. Very clever. Ha 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 ha. Let's look at all the other things. Oh look, this one's moving. Oh look, this one's lit up. Blah 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 blah. You might not even notice any other action at all, and then all of a sudden you might be stood there and you see, hang on, what's this? What's moving? What's creeping out from behind this tombstone? Oh, it's a skull of a guy. Maybe it's Noah. Escape. Who knows? It isn't the most advanced movement in the world. It's quite simplistic, but I really like it. It's really slow, kind of creepy. I like the creepy action. I think it kind of gives it a creepiness. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. This guy over here, I will just briefly show him because I got him working. All I wanted with this guy was a really simple movement. So I attached an old drill that I had, an old battery drill. It's kind of on the night, it'll be pegged down and waterproof as well in a waterproof box. And then there's a simple cam drive in here, which is turning and just knocking the bottom of the tombstone. What I've got to be careful of with this one is that friction actually wears away the bottom of the tombstone. So I can't have this on too much. I think just in the evenings, maybe for a few hours. Drill might die if I leave it on for too long, to be quite honest with you. I'm surprised it hasn't already, if I'm honest with you. But I think the movement is kind of cool, kind of creepy. Just a little movement, nothing too extreme, just enough that you see that this little tombstone is moving in a kind of creepy way. And then next to it, the obelisk that I will have lit up, planning to have them blue lights kind of creeping out from underneath it like the ground's cracking. I'm a Goner, unfortunately, doesn't have anything special about it. Oh, just I'm a Goner, but it's a nice looking tombstone. It's one of my favourites that I've made. It needs a bit more restoration work. But other than that, that is all. So guys, I hope you really like this really quick demonstration. It's not a tutorial. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, this is dead easy, everyone should do this. I just think it's a really cool, fun effect. It's going to look really good in my horn. I'm really hope I can get it to work outside. You can guarantee I can always get these things to work brilliantly when demonstrating them in the house or in the back garden. And the minute I tried to put them out into my haunt, they just refuse to work as well. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year. I would really like to be able to get this guy out there. But if you are interested, message me in the comments. If you need a bit more information, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. But I don't think you'll need to ask any. It's really quite simple. And I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky. Bye.